Hello and welcome to this meditation. This is a solemn meditation for honoring our witch ancestors. Now, some of us have biological ties to those who were magical or mystical. We may have midwives in our family tree, for example. We may be able to trace our roots back to witches who were persecuted, such as in the Salem witch trials or witch trials in Europe. We may have cunning folk in our family tree, village healers, and so on, that in today's definition of the witch, they would fall underneath that broad umbrella. Today, of course, here in the 21st century, the word witch has evolved to mean anyone who practices magic. I'm talking about witches who practice natural magic with herbs and stones, with the seasons and the tides and the moons and the animals, who look to the birds for omens and to the water for healing. Cunning folk, pharmaca is the term that comes from over 2,000 years ago that we can directly associate with Hekate. We are here to connect with all of them. Now, there is another meditation that we do for connecting with our witch ancestors. That's the journey to the witch's realm. That's a really beautiful, celestial, uplifting journey. This is the counterpart to that journey. And in this meditation, what we are doing is going in deep to do some lineage healing, whether it is biological ancestors who identified as magical people and were perhaps suffered for that, but also for all of us who call ourselves witches, when we claim that name as our identity, part of our identity, what we are also doing is claiming the history of the witch. And it's so important for us to be cognizant and to be present with the suffering and the pain and the atrocities that have been inflicted upon witches, both actual, natural, magical healers and those who are merely like radical, non-conforming women. You know, witch has a broad definition. It always has. If you are a rebel, you might be called a witch. If you are one who won't convert to the main religion of Christianity historically, you could have been called a witch. So there's a lot to take into consideration when we are doing ancestral healing in terms of our identity as witches. This is solemn work, it's somber work, it's deep work, and it does involve channeling and going into the brutality of what was done to our spiritual and sometimes biological ancestors. So if you're not feeling up for this, go and do that witch's realm meditation. It's lighter, it's very wonderful. You'll get messages and so on. If you are ready for some deep healing work with me, let's begin. So if you don't have a candle lit yet, you may want to light a candle here. And just take a moment. Now, we're doing this meditation live as part of our weekly Witch's Hour of Power, which is about centering our daily practice. Honoring our witch ancestors as part of our daily practice. You know, it can be having photos of witch ancestors we identify with. They could be mythic witches. They could be historical figures, even fictional characters from books. You know, however you find your way into incorporating, honoring your identity as a witch into your daily practice, like that is such a key to being a true walker of this crooked path, to acknowledge where we came from in order to see where we are now. And also, many of us, you know, have the gifts of the sight And it helps us to see into the future and see our way clear when we know where we came from, when we know who we are, when we know on whose shoulders we stand. So I do encourage everyone to find, ways, small ways even to work honoring witch ancestors into your daily practice. So now let's begin with our meditation for today. So just close your eyes here if that's available and safe for you. Take a deep breath in here. Let it go. Take another deep breath in, and this time, if you can, extend your roots so you are grounded and secure in Mother Earth. Taking in another breath here, as you let that one go, feel your heart open and connect to the witch ancestors, to this meditation, to this deep ancestral healing work. And if it is your calling, you can open up here as a channel. Bring that heart and that root into alignment so that your actions and intentions map onto your emotions and your intuition. Now, with a shorter breath that stops at the throat, as you let that go, see the mind clear of all the everyday clutter that goes on up there. Taking another short breath, and as you let that go, you awaken that third eye, the eye that sees beyond. You awaken that deeper voice, and if you are one who has the clair senses, you awaken that as well, the clair hearing, the bodily sensations, and so on. Bring that mind into alignment with the heart and the root, opening the mind beyond the regular. You see through that vision, and then you also feel your crown take its place on your head. And typically we work with this as a crown, but let's for today see it as that witch hat, however the witch hat looks for you. And that witch hat, the top of its point stretches us up to the celestial. The witch hat is such a symbol, isn't it? It's a powerful symbol. It's about that mantle of the witch, the history, the lore, who we are as individuals, as part of a coven, the whole modern goddess healing witchcraft movement that we're part of, modern Hecatean witchcraft, all of this, as that witch's hat draws us up to the celestial and those aspects of the moon. Of course, the moon is so aligned with witchcraft. And stand here in this place of power and connection as your crown and your heart and your root come into that full alignment. Intuition, intentions, awareness. And as I extend my hand to you, take my hand and see your own hands being extended as someone else takes your hand, and we make a circle until the circle is complete and we stand as a coven, holding space for all those who also experience this work through the meditation. Come into our circle. We are safe here. Now, the witch's realm is the place where all of our witch ancestors abide. Be they the mythic goddesses of Circe and Medea, or all those who were punished, tortured, and murdered. This is the place of great healing, and there is also sadness there. And it is our work here today as we stand in circle to offer healing and to make our claim that henceforth we will work to see that no witches suffer. So let's begin. For all those who died in the witch hunts, for all those who died in trials, for all those who died alone and afraid, for all those who suffered, vilified, ostracized, for all those who never knew companionship or coven or peace, for all those forced to live on the margins, for all the natural healers who were labeled as freaks, to the midwives, to the cunning folk, to the witches, all those who were rebels and dared not conform. We honor you in this circle. We call you into this circle as our ancestors of spirit, and we bless you and we honor you, and we extend healing across the lines, through the witch waves, across the decades, through the eras, back to you. For all those who never knew freedom until the flames took them. For all those who had their freedom taken from them when they were thrown in cells and dungeons. For all those who were denied a respectful death. For all those unable to find peace in this life due to the work of others who failed to even try to understand them, we offer healing. To the sisters and the brothers and all the others, we stand on your shoulders, and we are here today to show you the freedom that most of us have, the power that we are finding, and the journey of wholeness we are on. The witch has come full circle, and once again, as in days long before Christianity and patriarchy, the wise medicine bringers stand true. We honor all of you who've gone before us, and we commit to our own crooked path, to a life of integrity and truth and authenticity, to healing before harming, to banishing the profane, and honoring our goddess. We stand here with all of our ancestors and heal ourselves and heal that line. And you may find a special spirit, a special ancestor coming through to you. And if that is the case, just connect with them. If it's comfortable for you, you can allow them to speak in and through you. So many women and men and others, those who have notoriety and those whose names we'll never know, they can come to us as spirit guides. as we extend healing to them and allow them to see the world that we live in, which is so different than the world that they lived in, where we can stand in our freedom and power. Free from persecution and torture. We honor them and reclaim them as sacred. We honor and reclaim them as justified. We honor all of those who have done this work to bring justice to all the witches and those accused of being witches that's been done in the last decades. The end of witchcraft as being illegal. The work in Scotland and Ireland and England, the United States and Canada and so on. We are connected to this great endless web. This is our lineage and our right and our mantle. Through healing ourselves, we heal back through the decades and the centuries, and we are once again whole. Do not be afraid. Be bold. Be wise. Be ever cautious. Never foolish. Revealing yourself to those who deserve it. Denying your powers to those who don't. Protecting yourself and others. Committed to healing. Never giving in to resentment. Never getting sucked into the toxic spirals. To be on the hedge, the edge, the one who is always at the crossroads. These are our gifts and talents, and we honor them. We honor them as the root cutters, the cord cutters, the harvesters, the shapeshifters, the potion brewers, the bloodletters, hex makers and breakers. This is who we are. We honor them. Gently and slowly, when you are ready, see yourself coming back into your body, bringing with you an enhanced sense of your title of witch, of the powers that come with that. Having done this important lineage healing work, you heal yourself, and it ripples out from our circle here through the Coven and to the broader community. Let all witchcraft be healing. Let all witchcraft honor the past. Let all witchcraft be beautiful. And as always, we honor Hekate as the goddess of witches and all of the witches of days gone by.